relatives and others, that what we project will happen. So right now it is a collective consciousness which is in a very negative, very worrisome, stressful and all of that, and fearful. Basically it is fear. Okay. My cousin had shared one book. I mean, some saying by somebody, but there is a person called as Dr. William Hawkins. So that person has written a book long time ago, when he has spoken about different vibrations and fear is at what kilohertz and all that. Okay. So then I replied back saying that by uttering Om, you are crossing 110 kilohertz. So any negative, that is any of these infections, diseases, etc., thrive below 10 or maximum 20, whereas you are vibrating at 110. And if you do a ma as a japa, then it goes up to 560, wherein you will never be touched by any kind of diseases. Okay, so I was telling him that now the Western science is putting an experiment and using the evidence-based approach. They are doing it through machines. But in Vedanta, this has been done thousands and thousands of years ago, on how your vibrations make much of a difference between what the disease can manifest and what disease cannot manifest. So right now, what we are doing is world over, we are meditating on something which we don't want to meditate, but the nature gives what you meditate upon. So right now, everybody is meditating on a disease. So there is contact of disease. So now what an individual can do is at least come out of that meditation and put meditation on something else than this. At least he or she can safeguard himself or herself and make others within the family do the same thing so that they can also safeguard themselves. That's a thing what can be done. So I was just looking at how things are happening, and so much of pain and sorrow and all the forwards, everything what is coming is depressing, painful and worrisome. And that enters into the thought streams of ours. So basically our mind also gets corrupted with all of this and starts projecting, because the fear will start. So once the fear starts, then it is like a downward spin. So you will encounter what you did not wanted to encounter in the first place. So I was telling all of my cousins in the morning that don't do it. Look at something which is very positive. If you want to share a mantra or something, or share your thoughts on how you are able to stay in a very positive way, rather than forwarding something or sharing something which has either pain or sorrow or death or lamentation, grief or anything of that, because that is not going to help. Whatever is happening, nobody can do anything about it, but you can do something about yourself. You can't go and solve the world problem, but you can solve your problem, even though it might look very selfish, but nobody can do anything. So the forward is not going to help in a way that it is going to change, or blaming somebody is not going to change anything. Either we blame a government, or we blame a official, or we blame a political party, or whatever it is, that is not going to help. It is only going to create more dvesha in the mind, because we are part of that blame process. So we are literally manifesting raga, dvesha, moha, which is the cause of disease. There is no other disease than these three. Anyway, let's continue on the 12th verse. So yesterday we finished till 11, and now we are in 12. I think we finished that also. Yeah, anishtam, ishtam, mishram cha trividham karmanah phalam bhavati atyaginam pretya natu sannyasinam kvachit. So the evil, good and the mixed, these actions accrue after death for the non-tyagi. That means even if the person is a preta, it follows, whereas it never follows for the true tyagi. So the whole objective here is to become a tyagi. Otherwise, the karma.
So Vilas, this number 11 says the person who is having this body, and for him the tyaga of karma is impossible. But the one who is doing the karma phala tyaga, see, karma cannot be without karma he cannot live. But the karma phala, if we can do the tyaga, that he is called tyagi, right?
Yes, nahi deha bhrita. That means one who is locked in body consciousness. That is, I am the body. For him, he cannot. He will not abandon actions completely. Tyaktum karmani asheshataha. Ashesha means, shesha means residue. Asheshataha means without any residue. A person who thinks I am the body, for him, tyaga is not possible. That's what the meaning is.
Okay.
Who is fit and who is not fit? Mo 99% of the people or beings, be it animal or human, have body consciousness to the core. They believe I am the body. I think 99.9, only 0.1% might really know that there is no thing called as body. But otherwise everybody thinks I am the body. So the karma nor the karma phala will be able to eliminate from that a person. It will follow him. So even if a person does lot of rituals and desire for fruit and think that I will leave the fruit but I'll do whatever is required, still it will follow. Because he is holding to his body consciousness. There is no thing called as body. He should literally experience that. He should know there is nothing called as body. And then only the renunciation is possible. Otherwise, it is not possible. Intellectually, we might agree. What we see, body only is left here and the person is gone and all of that. But the fear what is there happening in today is about the body, not about the Atma or not about anything else, right? It is only about the body. So the consciousness resides in the body. Yes, but you have any questions on that?
No, what I was asking that I got a clarity from you. Then the next sloka is yesterday's sloka. That is anishtam ishtam, right?
Correct. So
it says that what we want and what we don't want, both the combination of both. So if a person cannot say go away from karma phala, that he will have the next janma also same thing, continuation. But for sannyasis there is no problem, right?
Yes.
That's the meaning.
Yes.
Anishtam ishtam mishancha.
Yes.
Trividham karmana phalam.
Yes. See, today between four of
I just wanted to catch up yesterday.
sure. Between four of us, if we were to see, we are having Mishra Phala. Mishra Phala is good and bad karma, and in our case especially it is more of good karma than bad karma. So with all things happening, you are healthy and you are wealthy and everything is going well in your life. When we take as an individual and also individuals' family members, there is no need for despair or anxiety or fear or something like that, because everything is there. Money is there, house is there, profession is there, then the children are stable, their health is good, their wife or husband, their health is good. So there is no worry. That is Mishra Phala. Anistam is when the karma has more of Lobha and Dvesha, then the person naturally takes the tendency of becoming highly moha and then becomes an animal. So right at this point in time, when we four of us speak, we are not in an animal realm of existence, either in the mind or in the body. And then Ishtam, desirable or good karma done in the past, like you have the house built of your liking, right, and the children of yours, but they are getting jobs of their liking. So everything is happening of their liking. So basically what has happened is, even though it's a Mishra Phala, you are enjoying heavenly state while in a most troublesome environment. Okay, so that is the beauty of this karma. But karma is limited by these three. So one has to transcend karma. Then there is no rebirth. And hence a tyagi.
Yeah.
So he is saying become a tyagi. Okay, so let's move further.
So in our day-to-day life, when you are doing Tyaga, means, say, take our corporate life. We are spending maximum time there nowadays. Tyaga means without expectation doing work, right? That is Tyaga.
Yes, that's all. You just see, yesterday I was telling, where you were not there, I was telling Padma Shri and Lata that you take any one of the 6 type of contemplation. You can take breathing, it's a process. You can take circulation, it's a process. You take excretion, it's a process. You take digestion, it's a process. You take assimilation, it's a process. Okay. And then you take how the cells come and go, it's a process. So if you do it as a process, then there is no karma. If you do it for yourself, karma comes. So one should take all work done like feces and shit. Urine and feces. So she was saying that no, I don't want to take feces and urine. I said take whatever you want. You want to take it as a breathing? Fine, take it as a breathing. You want to take it as a circulation of blood? Okay, take it like a circulation of blood. The blood is not bothered about whether heart will get it or lungs will get it or liver will get it. It keeps on circulating, that's all. So take either one of the process indicated by nature, and it is common everywhere. There is no special person. That means when you bring down the value to 0, you are doing karya. There is tyaga, complete tyaga. Now I will have an expectation on the project, I will have expectation on the family, I will have expectation on this and that. That means I am not a tyagi. Even though I have read a lot of it, but I am not a tyagi. I am still a normal person, or majorly an intellectual being more than anything else. So if you do work in office without expectation anything at all, You're just going to work because you have to go to work. There is nothing else to do. It's just like going and sitting on a toilet seat because you're feeling like going and then finishing it off. That's all. Or you're going to bathroom to, just urinate. And that's all what it is. Or you're eating because your stomach is hungry and you're eating it. That's a process. So why some special thing has to happen to it? So if we are able to take it like that, then you're a tyagi, because there is no karma and there is no karma phala. Both are not there. So that's a process. If you take any process, but you look at a tree or a plant or anything or an animal or anything at all, they grow on their own. It's not that somebody is sitting there and making it grow. That's how nature is. And when time comes, when something changes there, that plant or animal is supposed to die, it will die. That's all what. So there is absolutely no conditionality in nature. It is just doing the process. But I am putting condition that I will do this only when these following terms and conditions are met. And that's a problem. That's a karma. Can be good karma or a bad karma.
In our office, when we are doing this office duty, we are continuously doing karma.
Correct. No, you are doing karya, but you are taking it as karma.
Yeah, but actually we are doing karma because we are not that mature to do karya. Okay?
Correct.
If you do karya, then it is a spiritual field. So during this karma, when the situation, there are tough situations many times. During that time, you naturally lose your coolness. Yes, coolness is required, but you lose to some extent, even after full awareness. To some extent, you lose. So that is considered karma, right?
No, it's not like that. Even if
Karma shesha will be there in that.
No.
So whatever you think, you see, we call something called perception. Other person, there's a perception. Even if you are doing good with the good manas, but other person is always think that this perception, he can think whatever as per his way of thinking about you. And that perception spreads. And when the perception spreads, the system will make you inefficient. In various ways, the system will come and tell you, you are not good. To everyone. It happens to everyone. And then you start working against that. So then you are into that loop of perception management. For a pure person, there is no need of any perception management, right? Perception management required only for people, those who are into the karma cycle.
No, it is not like that, but perception is by nature act of any being. You are going to have perception. You are going to perceive something as good or bad. That is how your mind is tuned to be. You have to take what I can say, either you will take it out of raga or you will take it out of dvesha, because that is how perception works. You either will like it or you either will dislike it. Now the objective is to come to the center, that is samatva. Okay, that is yoga. So we have to drop both liking and disliking, meaning to say that we have to come out of moha. So perception is going to be there because everybody has raga, dvesha, moha in some quantity or the other. But when I am on the spiritual path and I know that this raga, dvesha, moha is going to follow me all throughout all the lives, not this life, all throughout life, and it has followed all the lives I had earlier done, then I know that it is a futile thing to keep it with me. So what I will do now is I will bring down the value of everything to zero. Okay, when I bring value to 0, including job, I bring it to 0, then what happens? There is no expectation at all. And so it starts working, because you are very well connected now. You know why you are working. It's not that you wanted to work. You know why you are working. And that's all what it is. So you know that every condition that is in the organization has a budget, which is a perception. So like the thing what you mentioned in the morning, there was a perception that the budget is there. Now the perception, the email what you have got is that the budget is not there. So you want to check on the perception. You're checking with that person on what? His perception. So it is all about perception. It's not only you. Every human being has perception of something is good for him or something is bad for him. If we both perceive the same thing, we both are happy. If you perceive one thing, I perceive another thing, either I have to align to your perception or you have to align to my perception. If you don't align to my perception and I don't align to your perception, then it creates a lot of distrust, because then I'm not agreeing to your viewpoint, right? So basically, if you really go deeper and see why we perceive because of Raga, Dvesha, Moha, not because of anything else.
Correct.
If you don't have Raga at all, you will never have Dvesha nor you will have Moha. So the perception itself is gone. Moha requires, primary objective of Moha is to have perception. And you're going to perceive what you have heard. Right? So now let's say my appraisal is there. So I perceive, right? That's the whole thing is I perceive that I'm doing very good. And you perceive that I'm not doing that good. It's both are perception oriented.
Correct.
So who is right and who is wrong now? It's just a perception. So if you give me feedback, Vilas, you have not done properly, and I say, yeah, but I agree with you, let me work out harder this time, and there is no argument. So that means what happens to you? You feel happy that you are able to convert my perception and then you are able to convince me. So you feel proud about it, which is Raga.
Yes.
If I don't agree with you, you get into Dvesha. So you lose your cool. Because the appraisal itself is taken as reality, which is Moha. That's all. So everything, even forget this appraisal, the project appraisal, retrospective, this one, that one, whatever we do, we know for sure that timeline is not okay. And we also know that the requirement is not properly elicited. We also know that there are a lot of flaws in the system. And yet we commit. Why? Because that project will go to some other country. So we have to do it much better, which is Raga. So now you tell me, how can you change it? The wrong perception itself is there, right?
Yeah.
So I have to then say, I as an employee, in order to safeguard my life or my job, I'm going to commit to it, saying that, but it will be done in 8 months for sure. Okay.
Correct.
And then what you would do is, when you're projecting it, you're going to look at the team and you're going to say, this project will be done in 10 months time. And that the stakeholder will say, no, 10 months is too much. Okay, then you negotiate and you complete it by 9 months. And you say, okay, 9 months is fine for this budget. Okay, but everybody is having a wrong perception about the project. Because the dynamic might change once the code is seen, or when we start working, and a lot of issues are going to come either in the skill set or in the maturity or in the product itself or in technology or in expectation or in the requirement or in the design. Everything has its own problems or challenges, because perceptions keeps on changing. I perceived that as a very easy thing. Now it is not, because my perception is false. So my assumption itself is false. So it adds to risk. Now you call me and say that, Vilas, this is not the right way to do this project. I want you to do something about it. I will say, yeah, but don't worry, I will do something. I'll do something. And in the 9th month, we cannot deliver. So it goes to another 3-4 months more. And then we deliver. Nobody is happy at the end of it. Neither those who delivered are happy, nor the stakeholder is happy. Nobody is happy. And then yet we pretend that we are very happy, because the perception next would be that next time we will do it much better. And this is the reality. Why? Because it is based upon perception. And what is perception? Raga, Dvesha, Moha itself is the perception. So the karma is done because of perception. So in office, if I don't have to have karma, what I should do? Stop perceiving anything. Just take it as it comes. And decide at that time. Strategy should be at that time, how you are going to deal with it. And do it. That's all. If that calls that, let us say I'm an employee, and that calls that my job has to be terminated, okay, fine, no worries. I'll find another job. Then I have not taken any karma or karma vipaka or the fruit of that karma. Now to safeguard my job, what I will do, I will tell some lies, I will do some...
Yeah, then you are doing karma now.
It is what it is. That's exactly what it is.
So when you have no moha of that job, you are okay, whatever the perception from other side. You don't care for perception of other person.
Yes. And then you know what happens? Because of that energy, everything works. This is the funny part. This is what law of attraction is all about. You are so positive that it is going to work. So what looked impossible becomes possible. That is how it is.
Okay.
And that is the reason, that is the first reason for Tyaga. It is not a negative one. It is a very positive thing to be in Tyaga, because then you are bringing everything to ground zero. It is very easy to manage when something is at ground zero. If it is not at ground zero, you are at 100th floor, what you see is an illusion. But on the ground, you see everything clearly, whatever it is. So, better to bring everything to ground level. Reality is at ground level. Come to the root level and see what is there really happening. Then there is no perception. So without perception, you work beautiful.
Yeah, basically, if it is convincing to you, no need to worry.
Not convincing to you. Actually, when you leave perception, everything looks straight.
Yes. Nothing to convince. It is already convinced.
Yes.
Before doing and during doing also.
Yeah. See, now the case what you presented to me in the morning or yesterday, when you spoke to me, you gave me an inclination that something of that is going to come.
Yes.
Now, if I perceive that to be very good and I start multiplying, and if I start looking at how many months, how many years and all that I'm going to stay, okay, that's my perception.
That is karma.
Okay, now you came back with literally a sword and said that, look, it was approved, now it is not. Now what happens to my perception? It turns itself into dvesha. So yesterday...
Yeah, it can be dvesha from you to me or me to that person, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, correct.
Because there is something to lose. So again we have come back to gain and losses.
I think in the perception world, it's like this. Till something has happened, don't do any, don't go behind that.
No, it's not.
Or don't have perception that it will happen because you don't know.
Correct. No, it's not like that.
What you are experiencing the truth. What is going to happen? It's just a projection in your mind.
Exactly. So don't take any projection seriously.
And that projection in the mind, see, the thing is, sometimes somebody will say that, today it's going to rain, you take umbrella. Then I have to take umbrella. It's not raining, I should not feel bad, right?
Yes. So the thing is, perception comes because of feeling. So I'm feeling something, right? Like the umbrella example. I'm feeling something. Because I'm feeling something, I am perceiving something. Both are false. I feel it is going to rain. I feel that the project is going to be successful. I feel that I'm going to get a job. I feel that this is not going well. I feel that this environment is polluted. So all these are my feeling, which is not reality. They're just my feeling. And based upon my feeling, I'm perceiving. And both are wrong. And my perception is based upon what? It is based upon the feeling I'm getting. And the feeling is coming on the body. It's not coming anywhere. I'm feeling it on the body and I think it is real. See, when you said about this project to me, there's a feeling coming to me that, so for May and June I'm going to be working, and then I can bill and I can get the money and all that. So I am feeling happy based upon the condition what you presented to me yesterday. Today, the feeling you are giving to me is that, look, Vilas, it was approved, now it is not. Now what immediately happens is, now I get a ugly feeling, or I get a very not so comfortable feeling, because now my perception is changed. I was perceiving something very good is going to happen. Now really a reverse thing has happened to me. So now I go into distress because my perception is proved wrong by myself. What if I did not have any feeling and perception at all? Just take as is condition, the way it is presented. What was presented? You will be there on this project. What is presented now? You will not be there on this project. Simple. So what change did it make? Nothing. And hence Tyaga.
Okay.
Otherwise, you see, but how much thinking I would have been doing from yesterday till today. And then I would have messaged you, but when are we going to start on this project? And then what you will think is that, oh, Vilas is so much interested, so excited about it. But it's not. It is my feeling which is making it for me to do like that. And when the problem comes on the project, what is that I'm going to do? I'm not going to feel very happy about the project. I want to get out of the project because it is not doing well. Then I regret. I shouldn't have taken this project because my name is at stake. And those other people will say that, what kind of consultant have you provided us? He doesn't know anything. Now you have to fight saying that, no, he is the best of the consultant. You don't know how to deal with him. And then you are going to tell me that, Vilas, whatever you said, the things are not working, do something. All of this is because of perception.
Yes.
For which today I don't know how the project is, right? So I am perceiving a wrong thing. So the best thing is not to perceive anything at all. Take it on that day. Whenever it happens, take it on that day. Do your best. That's all. If somebody says you are very good, it doesn't make any sense. If somebody says you are very bad, also doesn't make any sense. Because it's just a perception. That doesn't mean that don't do anything in the organization. You do, but don't take it personally. But I take my title very personally, no?
Yes. If you are working for making our title strength, then you are into Rajasic.
Yes, so everybody is in that only. That's the reason I said 99.
So that means our aim of joining any corporate is, in return, getting some money for our survival, and that money will be used for our spiritual growth, because we have to eat food. Correct? That's a basic need.
Yes.
Food and shelter.
Yes.
Anything beyond whatever it comes, it is a bonus, thank God, and do some dana dharma. If you go behind the money, it is not Rajasic, you are going to Tamasic, because you are going behind money.
Not only behind money, behind family, behind money, behind relationship.
Yeah, anything. Yeah.
Because
anything.
that takes you to moha.
So now, Tamasic, Rajasic and Sattvic point of view, what we have discussed so far in corporate life is perception. Don't go behind perception. Is Sattvic.
Correct.
And you have some interactions you have to do. It is very much possible to do all the interaction in a Sattvic way, but you may get into Rajasic also, because you have to do sometimes negotiation to satisfy your management.
Correct.
Their wish.
Correct.
So it will be Rajasic only during that time.
Yes.
But the moment you have selfish motto, then it will go to Tamasic. Otherwise, it will not go to Tamasic.
No.
It is because your selfish motto.
Yes.
Because you are worrying about your growth. You are not caring about others.
No,
If the moment about you care about others also, you and others are same. It is between Tamasic and Sattvic.
No.
Sorry, Rajasic and Sattvic, right?
Yes, the moment you think that you are them, you have become
Yeah.
Sattvic, totally.
It's a Sattvic, huh? Okay.
No, when you know that you are them,
Yeah.
that energy what you are emitting out is Sattvic energy.
Oh.
The moment I think that I am so and so, then I start worrying over it. The moment worry comes, it turns itself into tamasic. So if there is no worry, that energy what is being emitted is so positive that it can take over anybody easily. So that is the and we say that is pavada. Reason why we call something as pavada.
What is Bhavada? What is Bhavada? Can you say again?
The what was not expected to happen, right, happens. See, the project was not doing good, but this person joined in. He put in so much of positive energy into that project.
Yes.
That it literally changed. So what did he do? He didn't perceive anything. He didn't go by anybody's word. He spoke to all the team members. He did not perceive what they are saying, or he did not get engrossed in what each person is saying. He just did what is to be done for the project.
Yeah.
So that is what we need to be doing all the time. Then you are not at all in any trouble.
That is the sky guna. Some say when it changes from one person to another person.
Correct.
Suddenly you can see the huge change in the project, whether that person has put in efforts or not.
No, it's not
Even
like
the
that.
average effort, things will start changing.
No.
The average effort also.
No. He has put his effort means what? His energy is very good. It is not polluted.
It's energy, invisible energy.
Yes. See, I will give a very straightforward example. So we have this batch team and they have added me in the Sky in that WhatsApp group. We keep on sharing nonsense, office work, fun, everything. So I will come to know what is happening in every person's life in that batch team. Okay. We also speak nonsense. Okay, but it is very nice. And another team which was in the same bandwidth when Manoj was there is like say myself, Rahul and Vishal Rana, then Amit Chaudhary and many more people. So we used to have real fun. Okay, now if we have that, irrespective of who is there, it doesn't really matter. Meaning, even if the project is not doing well, it can be made well and things will automatically happen. So that happens when there is no perception. If I have a perception about Amit or Vishal Rana or this or that person, then it creates lot of issues because I have already predetermined what I am going to do, which is false. So I should never have any perception about anyone. Just they are me only in another form. That's all. Then there is no problem in doing tyaga and all that, right? So the project will work.
Yeah. Okay, nice.
Okay, let's continue.
Maybe Vilas, can we stop it here today because some follow-up I have to do for COVID cases.
Okay, fine.
So 15 minutes I can use for that.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
So,
Lata, what do you think?
Yeah, fine. So, if you want to do like that, fine.
But Padma is also not there today.
Yeah, fine.
fine then. So then we will meet tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye.
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 Bye.